Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Clown Shoes. Clown Shoes, guys. This is Tony the Emperor of the Equator. And this is according to the label, it's a triple IPA. Triple IPA, that's not a recognized style. A lot of it goes to the singles and the doubles or imperials. It doesn't go up to the triples. But this is a triple, a big beer, a huge beer, 10.5% on this. And they usually date their stuff, but I am not seeing it with them right out of the fridge, and it is sweating profusely. We'll look and see if we can find some kind of dating on it when I come back for the final chug. This is a Texas-only release beer. It was sent to me by Brandon C. down in Texas. They got some kind of quirky thing going on with the people in Texas. I don't know what it is, but they brew beers. These guys are out of Ipswich, Massachusetts, and they brew some beers and send them directly to Texas, and they're only available in Texas. So unless you're in Texas, you probably can't get your hands on this. I do get some Clown Shoes beers here, but I do not get these because they're exclusively sent to Texas. So let's see what it brings to the table. I'm a big IPA fan, double IPA fan, triple IPA fan when I can get them. They don't make a lot of these, but this is a huge beer at 10.5%. That's what it's got here on the label, 10.5%. Rate Beer has it at 11%, and Beer Advocate has, Rate Beer. We don't use Rate Beer anymore. Beer Advocate has it 11%, and Untapped has it 11%. It's only 10.5%, so I don't know if they've done this beer before, while the ABV numbers are wrong. Maybe they have. I don't see any differentiate between a 2015, 16, or 17 version, so I do not know. The label says 10.5%, so that's what we're going with. Commercial description on this is none. I don't have anything on Untapped or on Beer Advocate. It is say as a limited brewed once. So I don't know why the ABV is incorrect. If it's a brewed once beer, then they can figure that out. This is written on the freaking label. Oh well, that's what you deal with when you got these internet sites, and sometimes it seems like they got their head up their ass. Brewed once beer, 10.5%, not 11 like these two guys have got. These two sites have got. I don't have a commercial description, so nothing else we need to talk about. So let me get the cap off of this bad boy. Nice hiss, just a little bit of smoke on this. Into the glass we go. Looks fairly light coming out of the bottle. Cuisine is barbecue, cheese is pepper, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue, cheddar, your stronger cheeses, gorgonzola, limburger. And the meat is game, grilled meat, and salmon. Flash bar snifter, tulip, oversized wine glass. And it says it's a big beer, 10.5%. Beer Advocate says you can celery. Wrong. Don't do it. Drink it fresh. Like I said, I'll check for a date when I come back for the final chug. I can't see anything on the bottle right now. About a half a finger of head on that pour. This is a nice, rich amber color. Look a little lighter coming out of the bottle, but it is. And it looks pretty light down here on the thin part of the glass on the bottom. I can see the light right through it. But it looks kind of cloudy. It might be a chill haze on it. I'm not sure whether it's an unfiltered beer or not. I can see a little light through the upper, so I would guess, just guessing, that it's unfiltered beer. So, looks pretty good in the glass. Let's get a nose to it. Not a big up-in-your-face hop aroma. Doesn't appear to be a West Coast style or a New England style to me. More of a floral, herbal aroma, like an East Coast or an English style would have. A little bit of maltiness to the beer. Nothing is standing out as far as hop aromas. It's not that grapefruity pineapple, super citrusy aroma. Not getting a lot of alcohol on the nose for a 10.5%. So let's dive in and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. It's a smidge more alcohol on the taste. It's not burning or anything like that. It takes a lot of malt and a lot of hops to balance a 10.5% IPA, triple IPA. So it's not overly sweet or overly bitter or overly anything. It's a big beer though. This could possibly fool you. I mean, you get in trouble if you were drinking this at a bar or a group of, I don't know if they keg any of this stuff and send it down to Texas and available there. I'm not sure, guys. I am not sure how that works with these guys. Smells decent, but it's not blowing my hair back or my socks off on the aroma or taste. Maybe a slight hint of some citrusiness in there, but nothing to the juice bomb or New England style or West Coast style. But it is a well-made beer, I will tell you that, because the alcohol for 10.5% triple IPA is fairly subdued. Like I said, you could probably get into trouble if you were not drinking this at home. And if you are drinking it at home, if you drink this whole thing by yourself, you're definitely going to have your buzz going on. So this is a 22-ounce bottle. I'm going to pour the other half to the other half and let her have that while I sip on this part of it and see what we end up with. The guys at Clown Shoes do some really, really tasty beers. They're exceptionally good at doing the darker beers like Avery does. They do a lot of imperial stouts that are around 12 to 14%. They're out drinking standing specials. They're bourbon barrel aged versions or the barrel aged versions of it. This seems to be decent. Seems to be very well made, but right now not to the outstanding category. So let me sip on it, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. A little disappointed in the no date on the bottle anywhere. I looked all over it, couldn't find it. Brewed once beer. These guys have a dating machine. They did not date this beer. We need to have that on there for an IPA, triple IPA, double IPA, single IPA, any IPA needs to have a date on it. And they did not do it. So, and to me, it's a little lackluster in the aroma and the taste. Had much better triple IPAs than this. Brandon, I do appreciate you picking this up, spending your hard-earned money, and then paying to ship it to me, but this is not an impressive beer. These guys are a little bit better at their darker beers than they are on these style of beers. More of an East Coast or an English style IPA, triple IPA, whatever you want to call it, 10.5%. It is a well-made beer. I will give it that, because the alcohol is fairly hidden. I mean, you don't realize you're drinking a 10.5%er. This will get you inebriated pretty quick. It'll put you in a hammer lane very, very fast if you don't realize you're drinking a 10.5%. I still don't understand why Beer Advocate and Untapped both have it listed at 11% when it was a brewed once beer. If they brewed it one time, how could you not get the ABV right? Decent beer, but not outstanding or world class in my opinion, guys. I don't joke. Does have a very nice, enjoyable taste. It is definitely a well-made beer, guys. The alcohol is very well hidden. But to me, it's definitely not a West Coast style. It's not a New England style. Like I said, it's no juice bomb by any means. It is a huge monster, whopping 10.5% triple IPA. That's done very well, but not a huge hop aroma on this beer. And that's maybe what they were after. But they still need to date the down bottle. And they have that machine. I don't know why this one doesn't have it, but it does not. So, in my humble, honest opinion, B+. That's where I'm going to put this beer. It's not an A beer in my opinion, guys. I like their darker beers. They do them very, very well. This is a little lackluster, in my opinion. So, I'd rather have a double IPA in a juice bomb, New England style, or a West Coast style over this. Just my opinion. So, but still, Brandon, thank you so much, sir, for spending your hard-earned money and paying to ship it to me. But I'm going to have to give this an 89. That's where I'm going to put this beer. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 86. So I'm giving it better numbers than those guys. It is a one-make beer. The hops are not overpowering. The malt is not overpowering. It's a very balanced beer. If you're not into the super big West Coast hoppy profile, this may be your beer. I am into that style of beer. I do like a super big hop aroma, a big hoppy taste to the beer. This is not it. This is definitely not it. But it is well made. The alcohol is super well hidden. We're going to leave it there. Final check-in is on tap. They have it at 4.01. That is just barely into their A category. I'm not going to argue with that. If you think it's an A beer, I will not argue with that. If you're not into that big super hoppy profile or anything that leads to that, New England style, West Coast style, I can see why some people would like this beer. And you can say, oh my God, it's an A beer. I wouldn't argue with that. It just doesn't blow my hair back or my socks off. I do like that hop profile with this super big hoppy, grapefruity, pineapple. If I'm going to drink an IPA, I want to taste that. I want to smell that. So this does not do that. So that's what we got here on this one, guys. We've got both ratings. You got my ratings. We have all three. If you've had this one from Clown Shoes, this is their Tony the Imperial. Yep. It's easy for me to say. 10.5%. There you go. Tony the Emperor of Equator. Good beer. It's definitely above average beer, but not to the A category in my opinion, guys. So if you've had this one, let me know what you think. And until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.